Don't present yourself as my boyfriend. Just call yourself a friend. She mentioned it before heading to the party. I agreed. Once we arrived, I referred to her to others as a person I had dated in the past. She dragged me aside, absolutely livid. I told her, "You asked for straightforwardness. It's over between us." Then I walked away. Hey everyone. Before diving into the video, remember to hit that subscribe button and smash the like if you're into these kinds of tales. Appreciate it. I never imagined I'd share this anywhere. But with all that unfolded, I have to vent it out. This is the tale of how my former girlfriend's thoughtless harshness destroyed our relationship in a single evening, and how retribution hit her far worse than anyone expected. Get ready. It's quite the ride. Allow me to begin at the start, since background is important. I'm Alex, using a pseudonym obviously, and I was 28 at the time this occurred. I'd been dating Sarah for a little more than 2 years. We connected via common acquaintances during a relaxed board game evening. She was that lively graphic artist personality, constantly chuckling at my silly humor. I was the reliable programmer who enjoyed organizing short trips away. Right from the beginning, I was completely committed. Seriously, devoted beyond reason. I supported her during a tough period when she lost her job about 6 months after we started seeing each other. Paid her rent for a few months, prepared dinners, even assisted in updating her resume collection to help secure independent work. I rejected a career advancement that would have meant moving cities because she mentioned she wasn't prepared for that. In hindsight, I gave up a great deal without hesitation. That's simply how it works when you're truly in love, isn't it? Yet gradually, issues began appearing. Sarah possessed this habit of causing me to sense I fell short somehow. It started subtly, small contrasts with other men. For instance, while viewing a film, she'd comment, "Look, that's the sort of thrill I'm craving. You're so routine all the time." Or she'd browse online feeds and heart pictures from this particular colleague, Jake, full of his grand vacations and fitness photos. I'd dismiss it, convince myself it meant little. However, then the emotional gap grew. She'd back out of arrangements suddenly for after-work gatherings that frequently included Jake's group. One evening, I caught her smiling at messages from him, nothing outright, but suggestive enough to hurt. When I inquired, she sighed dramatically and replied, "Come on, Alex, it's harmless flirting. Stop being so jealous." I ought to have recognized the signs, but I stayed dedicated. I arranged an unexpected getaway to a lodge in the countryside for our 2nd anniversary. Trails, drinks, everything planned. She seemed to enjoy it then, or pretended to. But shortly after, she began distancing herself further. Less messaging throughout the day, additional evenings out with pals. I sensed I was pursuing her attention, constantly the one starting contact. It baffled me completely. I'd stay up pondering what I'd messed up, reviewing discussions mentally. Was I overly dull? Overly reliable? I began exercising more regularly, attempting to add some spark, but it seemed unnatural. Then the gathering arrived. It was a shared acquaintance's birthday celebration at a leased space downtown, low-key, simply beverages, tunes, and around 50 folks from our connected groups. Sarah had been building excitement for it over weeks, claiming it would be great to unwind. That afternoon prior, while preparing in our place, she delivered the shock. We were in the bedroom. I was lacing my footwear. She was applying cosmetics at the glass. "Listen, Alex," she remarked offhandedly, as if discussing the forecast. "At the event, avoid calling yourself my boyfriend, all right? Simply mention you're a pal." I stopped suddenly. Huh. She avoided my eyes, continuing with her shadow. "No big thing. Jake and a few colleagues could show up, and I don't want any strange vibes or discomfort. Office rumors spread fast, you know. Besides, titles feel so limiting. We're simply chilling tonight, yeah? Keep things casual." Her manner was incredibly belittling, as though I was making a fuss over nothing. It struck me hard in the stomach. This lady I'd centered my world on was essentially requesting I act like we weren't a couple, to conceal our connection. Why? To pursue Jake without issues? A surge of bewilderment and pain hit me, but I didn't lash out. Not my approach. Rather, I simply nodded gradually. "All right," I responded, voice steady. "If that's your preference." She grinned at the mirror, pleased. "Great, thank you. You're awesome." We traveled to the event mostly quietly. My thoughts were spinning, recalling all the compromises, every midnight conversation where I'd promised her my full dedication. By parking time, I decided. If she desired truth minus commitments, she'd receive it. The space was lively upon entry. Fairy lights, improvised drink station, groups chatting and smiling. Sarah quickly noticed some people and gestured, tugging me over. Initial greetings happened fast. A few of her office buddies came up. "Hi Sarah, who is this guy?" One inquired, gesturing toward me. Sarah began to speak, but I spoke first, composed. "Hello, I'm Alex. This is Sarah, an ex from before." The statement lingered. Her colleagues shared uneasy looks, laughing awkwardly as if humorous. Sarah's expression shifted from puzzled to enraged quickly. She faked a chuckle. "Hilarious. This is my partner." But I merely lifted shoulders. "No, friends is fine for now, correct?" We socialized further, and I repeated it with others. Same introduction. After the third, she was fuming. She seized my sleeve and pulled me to a secluded spot near the food area, out of earshot. Her glare was intense. "What on earth are you pulling?" She whispered fiercely, tone hushed but cutting. "You're humiliating me." I held her stare firmly, without rage, only determination. "You instructed me not to claim being your boyfriend. Only a friend. So I thought truth mattered. If minimizing, better to be precise." She folded arms, grinning as if I was absurd. "Seriously, Alex, mature a bit. I didn't intend for you to pretend we're over. I simply avoided Jake assuming I'm committed. He has a major assignment ahead, and connections matter. You're too straightforward. Why not cooperate? I'm not being unfaithful or whatever." Yet. The yet escaped, she realized, too late. Her statements cut deep. Defenses stacked on excuses and arrogant reasoning. "See, you're fine, but Jake understands my artistic aspect. He's thrilling, journeys constantly, motivates improvement. You're cozy, dependable, but I require more currently. If a small fib for work bothers you, perhaps we don't match." I remained there, absorbing it. Prior uncertainty turned to understanding. This exceeded the event or professional ties. It involved her viewing me as a reserve option, shaming me openly while eyeing another. Yet I didn't plead or debate. I nodded briefly. "You desired truth. It's finished." Her grin faded. "Hold on, what? Ending us because of this?" "Weak." "No," I replied softly, simply concurring. "Best wishes with Jake." Then I departed, leaving her shocked. The return trip blurred. I restricted her contact prior to reaching home, grabbed a quick bag, stayed at a friend's. That evening, on his sofa, gazing blankly, the burden settled. 2 years' devotion, tossed aside easily. I questioned if I'd reacted excessively, if fighting was needed. But inside, I understood. Her lack of respect was the true hurt. Not bodily yet, but emotional neglect hurts deeply. Unbeknownst, her decline was beginning. Post-event days were tough, unexpectedly. No deep sadness or excess drinking. I withdrew, inwardly and outwardly. Took leave from job, not to sulk, but recharge. Stayed with pal Mike. He'd cautioned about Sarah's demands. No gloating, just offered gaming and listening time. On his worn sofa, I analyzed all. Uncertainty remained. How'd I end up secondary? Sacrificed transfer for her, arranged special trip, endured Jake chats trusting her. Now, emotional detachment, her withdrawing as I clung. Unjust, sure, but raging useless. Directed effort inward. Temporarily unblocked to retrieve items while she worked. Left key, no message, no scene. Distance protected me. At Mike's, began modestly, regular workouts for self, running for clarity. Career-wise, focused on delayed tasks, accepted local advancement. Greater role, higher salary. Began counseling, not shattered, but to grasp ignored warnings. Helped greatly. Saw her subtle controls. Ongoing contrasts eroded self-worth. Not resentful, growing. Month 2, sharper, peaceful. Life sans tension liberating. Concurrently, karma rumors emerged. Friends shared voluntarily, likely from her portraying me badly. Jake wasn't the hero expected. Married, ignored in thrill. Affair began post-event. Temporarily lived with him, vague posts on fresh escapades. But Jake volatile, boastful professionally, temperamental privately. Scandal grew when spouse discovered, HR involved. Sarah implicated, dismissed for policy breach via emails proving work time misuse for rendezvous. Circle turned quickly. Saw her double standards. Criticized me as needy while pursuing married man. Invites ceased gradually. Isolated, At sisters, struggling with sparse freelance as image suffered. Jake vanished post-divorce filing, left her regretful, debts from impulsive outings. Ironic truly. Abandoned me for thrill, abandoned herself. Info came unrequested, no celebration. Continued progressing, solo cabin visit, personal escape, casual dates reminding worth. Life improving silently. Then contacts began. Month after split, unknown texts. Bypass block. Hi Alex, Sarah here. Chat. Miss you. Saw. Brief pain. Erased no response. More followed. Begging. Dumb error. Jake meaningless. Calls. Trembling tone. Alex, answer. Messed up badly. You supported always. Undervalued. Coffee meet. On me. Ignored. She involved circle. Sister phoned unknown. Alex, jerk move. Sarah suffering. Job gone. Jake left. Support her. Step up. Contact. Friend messaged online. Man move on. Regretful. Avoid pettiness. Annoying. Demanding. Expecting repair. Remained quiet. Blocking. Efforts grew frantic. Appeared at new place. Address from Mike perhaps. Door opened to disheveled her. Alex, finally. Enter, discuss. Blocked door, composed. Unnecessary. Pushed in regardless, surveying. Wrong entirely. Jake toxic, shouting, dominating. Took savings for schemes. Broke, couch surfing. You reliable. Good pair. Recall lodge? Want that. Need you. Hypocrisy evident. Sought thrill then begged reliability. Unmoved. Sarah, your decision. Not reserve. Tears, louder. Heartless? After all, like I was zero. You made me feel zero. Calmly, farewell. Shut, locked. Knocked briefly, departed. Furious messages that night. Regret incoming. Not exceptional. Jake correct, dull. Showed nature. Arrogant victorious. Cruel defeated. No longer impacted. Intensity increased weeks. Pleased to erratic. Borrowed phone calls. Work emails marked junk. Family intensified. Mom voicemail. Alex absurd. Sarah family deserting. Depressed. No appetite. Repair. Post 2 years. Oh. For disloyalty. Poisonous. Demanding. Like emotional support machine. Disliked friends group messaged. Chance her. Altered. Untrue. Rejection fueled rage. Indirect posts. Certain folks can't forgive farewell. Backfired. Followers dropped. Private support me. Month 4. Visibly crumbling. Fewer jobs. Drama label. Jake's former messaged secretly. Pattern confirmed. Exploited then dropped. Sarah recent victim. Meanwhile, flourished. Advancement salary boost. Purchased modest home. Decorated personally. Began with Emily. Warm. Daring lady from jogging club. Straightforward. Respect mutual. Existence full. Her insignificance increased. Climax at friend Lisa's marriage. Half-year later. Attended. Aware possible presence. No avoidance. Beautiful outdoor venue. Lights glowing. Joy abundant. Came with Emily. Content. During drinks, Sarah neared. Tired appearance. Outfit loose. Cosmetics thick, covering fatigue. Neediness evident. Alex, cracking voice. Private word? Emily hand squeeze encouraging. Agreed, to side area. Aware my errors, tears forming. Jake ruined, deceived, took, near homeless. Counseling now, self-improving, see loss. Best ever, steady caring. Restart, I'll adjust. Begging. Double standard clear, craved mocked reliability. Firm, unsympathetic. Sarah, called me safe, routine, craved Jake thrill. Got it, results. Winced. Foolish. Not sincere. Superior. Retry. No. Showed undesired. Backup treatment, public shame. Constructed superior. Fresh role, residence. Valuing partner. Irrelevant. Self-focused growth. Expression shifted need to fury. Over? Her? Gestured Emily. Discover your ordinariness. Echoed past calmly. As party, titles limiting. Incompatible. Farewell, Sarah. Returned, joined Emily. Sarah frozen, departed soon. Others noted, murmurs my composure. Final messages attempted, permanent block. Evening dancing Emily, liberated. Betrayal sparked improvement. Footnote now. I control narrative. Last note, cut contacts. Prospering. Similar situation, depart gracefully. Retribution manages. Thanks for viewing. Subscribe like please. Thoughts on tale? Comment below.